Hey Instructables, Frolic here. I've got a neat little trick for you when you get in a bind. Sorry about the quality of the video, but we're recording with my crap webcam instead of my normal camera, because my normal camera, as you can see, the battery is almost dead. It's getting quite mad at me, and yeah, it won't last much longer. So, I've got a little secret for it. I'm visiting my parents and I haven't got my I haven't got my camera charger, but I do have my phone charger here. So what can we do? Well, I thought a lot of these lithiums, they're all 3.7 volt most of the time in consumer electronics. So I popped out the battery in my phone and I popped out the battery in my camera, and taking a look at the polarity and the pinout, they each, I promise it's on there. It's really hard to see because this camera is poo. We bust out the good stuff here. You can see almost on there, there's a plus and a minus next to here. And on this battery, there's a plus and a minus. So long as we line those up and they're in the same order, generally the middle one is for sensing the temperature of the battery, so that's okay. Just get the plus on there and the plus on there to line up. Put them side by side. They're not exactly the same size, right? The top one here is clearly wider, but it should just barely fit. So let's give it a shot. Now, I don't have a special charger. What I'm using is none other than my actual phone, right? I'm using a mostly dead camera battery here. This is not my Samsung phone battery. And if I jam it in there, it should just line up with the pins. Very gently jamming, of course. Not having to force it or anything, right? Get this in here. Just very gently pushing that up against there. Let's bust out the magnifying glass so you can see, right? There's not a whole lot of clearance, but those little golden pins are actually lining up with the battery, right? I've tried this a few times and I found the best way to keep it in. I should have electrical tape, but some piece of tape, hold it down. Just a nice piece of tape over the top. Right, that's just going to stop it from wiggling. Right, it's in there. Now just to prove it, right, that's a mostly dead battery. This phone is not plugged in. This is a good test because it tells you whether the connection is correct. My phone would not boot up if that battery had the wrong connections. So that's really good to see there. And after it comes up, let's get that just angled right to see the screen. Looking for service. Here you go. We've got a little bit of battery, just 1 bar. But if I plug this in, it's actually charging my camera battery with my phone. Again, you want to be very sure of the polarity, and you want to be very, very sure of the voltage. Most of these lithiums are 3.7 volts. I haven't seen others, but double check. For example, I have this other Samsung phone, our older one that we got from my mom. It's long since ancient, right? Similar 3-pin connection, similar polarity, but that bigger battery will not fit in here because it has to go this way, and you can't jam it without doing some soldering. So unless you want to solder on a dead phone, make sure that it's right. So here we go. I'm going to let that go for a bit, and I will hopefully be back in a little while to see. Ooh, I got a text message while I've made this. People are coming over tonight. Isn't that wonderful? That's about all. Don't forget to check out other good things on the internet. I hear there's some good stuff coming from those other guys over there. Yeah, check that out. It'll be awesome. In the meantime, keep your batteries charged.